All right, it's day 6, and the question that dropped today is, what band does Cato take Gina to see on their date? Now, this is Cato Gooding from Goodyng, the Polymath. This is the first book, the one-shot book that came out for Goodyng, but he also appeared in ISOM number 2. Now, when we talked about, when you think about bands, the one band that comes to mind when you think about the Rippaverse Comics universe is Norfolka. And that came out in ISOM number 1. And that's the first band that came to my mind. But I didn't remember reading about them going to the Norfolka concert in the Goodyng book. But if you're interested, in ISOM number 1, one of the biggest things that got me just so much more interested in Rippaverse Comics, starting from ISOM number 1, is the fact that, you know, the universe was expanding. And the only way to expand that is for more characters, you know, not just someone like ISOM and maybe a villain, but more characters beyond that. And at the end of ISOM number 1, that is where Norfolka is revealed. And you just knew that Rippaverse was going to be way more bigger than it seems. And Norfolka, at least for me, solidified that expectation and allowed me to become, you know, that lifelong fan and reader for Rippaverse Comics. And that's why I'm doing these videos. But if you look at Goodyng, and you're only going to get the answer if you got the book. But if you don't got the book, I'll share some pages. But this book about Goodyng is really, really good, because Goodyng, as a character that came in ISOM number 2, it was very limited in terms of understanding what that character, who that character is. Well, once you read this book, you'll get to know Goodyng a lot more than just your typical firefighter type of guy or guy that handles robots as seen in ISOM number 2. So this character is very smart. You'll see a little bit more. You'll learn a lot more information about him in his characters page on Rippaverse.com. But genius level intellect, and even from a young age. And he's not afraid of taking matters into his own hands. So he's the type of person that does things with his hands. He works hard and just does it, right? But Gina is his girlfriend, ends up becoming more than that. But if you look at this panel here in Goodyng, this is where they actually end up after they went and fed the homeless people. So Cato, as a person, is not just a genius, has a mind of creating different things, but he also has a heart. So him and Gina I think is very good together. We'll probably learn more about them. But after going to feed the homeless, they went over to a bar where there was a concert. So the answer to this question is Ultimate Spinach Revival. See you in the next video.